this video, I'm sharing 3 eye-opening meditation breakthroughs that completely took my meditation practice to a whole new level. The first eye-opening breakthrough was that breath work is the gateway to stillness. Most of us, we chest breathe without realizing it. What chest breathing does is it activates fight or flight, which is the sympathetic nervous system. And that keeps us in stress, it keeps us in anxiety and in that survival mode. I was so uncomfortable with focusing on my breath. I hated meditations that were like, breathe in, breathe out. I hated it because I was comfortable in overthinking. I wasn't used to focusing my attention and my awareness on my breath. I was used to being bombarded in my meditations with thoughts and thinking about, oh, what am I going to do later on today? Oh, that horrible thing that happened to me. Let's bring that up again. Like, what? You know what I mean? So I wasn't used to it. My brain was so used to thinking and overthinking that focusing on my breath was very uncomfortable and I didn't like it. But breath took me out of the chaos that I was used to. And then I discovered belly breathing. And this was a serious game changer for me because I came to understand that it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms your heart rate and lowers your cortisol and creates safety within your body. And for me, it helped me feel grounded. It helped me feel more peaceful, especially in meditation. When I would focus on my breath from my belly and then out, like, it was a game changer for me because it literally made me feel calmer. And knowing that internally was what was going on when it comes to the parasympathetic nervous system and then the sympathetic nervous system, I was like, oh my God, like, what? Why did I not know about this? I was breathing from my chest, like my upper breath, that upper part of me, my whole life. And that a lot of us don't even know, like, that is keeping us in a stress state. It's keeping us in survival mode. It's keeping us with anxiety. And it's just like, what? Like, simply just shifting to belly breathing allowed me to calm myself even more. So this was a huge game changer for me in my meditation practice. Next time you meditate, I ask you to try this and see if you notice a difference. Because for me, I noticed a big difference right away, and it was truly amazing. My meditation felt so much calmer. I felt like I was truly in stillness and in the present moment, even more than I ever had been before, simply by belly breathing. The second eye-opening breakthrough for me was that you are not your thoughts. I used to think that if I couldn't stop thinking during meditation, that I was failing or that I sucked at meditation. But meditation taught me to be the observer of my thoughts, to treat them like clouds or leaves floating by in the stream, and not needing to attach to them, to label them, to judge them, but rather just letting them be and detaching from my thoughts. I don't have to believe them. I don't have to identify with them. I am not my thoughts. I am the awareness behind them. And by detaching from my thoughts, it changed everything for me because I used to attach what I thought about, oh, that's me, like that's who I am. I identified with those thoughts, even the weird ones. I feel like we all have some weird thoughts, you know? And I was like so identifying with them, and I'm like, oh, well, why did I think that? Am I a bad person for thinking that? I was identifying with the thoughts. And once I became the observer of my thoughts, I started realizing I'm not that thought. That doesn't describe who I am, and it's just a thought. It's I didn't attach it to my identity anymore. And the more that I stopped attaching it to my identity and I detached from the thoughts that I was thinking and I allowed them to flow and just be what they are, and just like a stream of consciousness and just watching them go by, the easier it got to be in the state of not having as many thoughts too. And it was able to bring me more into presence. And by not attaching emotionally to the thoughts that I was having and identifying so heavily with them and judging them, it allowed me to open up space for more like unconditional love for who I am, and knowing that I am not my thoughts. I am the awareness. I am the observer behind them. The third eye-opening breakthrough that I had with meditation is that I had to become nothing to remember that I am everything. In meditation, particularly with Joe Dispenza, his meditations, I found the void. I found that silence, the stillness, the blackness. And at first it felt like this vast nothingness. But that space wasn't empty. It was pure consciousness. It's infinite and eternal, and a presence that's beyond identity and ego. To connect with it, I had to let go of who I thought I was, the stories, the roles, the thoughts. And in that letting go, I remembered that I am everything. I want to share a Bible verse that reminds me of this, and it is Exodus 3:14. And oddly enough, I saw this verse on the back of a car yesterday. Talk about synchronicity, right? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. And so this really correlates with the notion that I had to become nothing, and tapping into that pure consciousness and that infinite and that eternal to remember that I am everything, to remember that I am. When we learn to breathe from our belly, observe our thoughts without attachment, and step into the infinite space of pure consciousness, we move from chaos to calm, from the mind to the heart, from separation to unity. Don't be discouraged if meditation feels hard at first. It's called meditation practice for a reason, right? Just know that every time you show up, you are returning to the truth of who you truly are. I am that I am.